A very good morning, students. This is your English teacher Benu Sarawat and I welcome you all to RKP online classes. Now, we'll be continuing with the same lesson number 6, and the name of the lesson is Balto to the Rescue. Alright, so I want you all to open your books at page number 65. So, we have already covered 3 paragraphs. Alright, so let's start the lesson now. Alright, the dog followed the men into the blustery night. Now, the dog, which dog? The big black dog, which was sitting in the room, right? And who are the men here? Do you notice here the spelling M-E-N? Okay, that is men. That means plural, right? So who are the men here? Do you remember? Very nice. They are Charlie and Gunnar. Okay, so now they all are set for the journey and they just went outside the room. So the dog followed them into the blustery night. Now, what is the meaning of blustery? Blustery, it means stormy. Okay, blustery means stormy. Now, blustery night, the night which is hit by a storm. Okay, where strong winds are there and snow was falling there. Alright, so they went outside. 12 other dogs rested in the snow around a large wooden sled. So when they went out, there were another 12 dogs. So how many dogs are there in total? 13. Very good. So 12 dogs were resting outside near a sled. Now what is a sled? Sled is a vehicle, okay, which is used for traveling in snow areas. Okay, a vehicle. Instead, we should say a small vehicle. Okay, let me write here, a small vehicle used for traveling in snowy areas. Okay, and you can also have a look at the picture in your book to get clarity. All right, so the two men roused and hitched the dogs to the sled. Okay, now the two men, Gunnar and Charlie, roused. Roused means got up. Roused means got up. Now they got up and hitched the dogs. Now hitched the dogs to the sled. Okay, of course we know this vehicle. Okay, it is when we want to travel in snow areas and we use sled. So that means the dogs will be attached to the sled through chains. Okay, so here the word hitched. Hitched means attached. Hitched means attached. So they are just basically getting ready for the journey. Alright, they hitched the black dog to the head of the chain. Now the big black dog, he was to lead the team. So he was attached in the front. Alright, so Gunnar knelt and put his mouth to the dog's ear. Okay, and what did he say? We have got a tough run ahead of us, Balto, he said, but we can do it. Right, boy? Alright, so Gunnar knelt. Knelt is the past form of the verb kneel. Okay, kneel means to bend down on your knees. Okay, so knelt. Knelt means bent down on knees. Okay, so Gunnar bent down on his knees and said something in the dog's ear. And what did he say? He just said, yes, we have a tough run today. Tough run today means they had to cover a long distance, alright, and it was a tough task. It was a difficult task. It wasn't easy at all. So he was just, trying to get the dog ready for that task. Alright. So, meanwhile, Charlie strapped the large package to the sled's cargo carrier. Now, large package. Do you remember what? Can you guess what is there in the large package? Very good. The medicine. And which medicine? Diphtheria. Okay, diphtheria medicine, which is to cure the bacterial infection. Okay, now they just Charlie put the package in the cargo. Okay, cargo is the area of any vehicle in which we put the luggage or baggage or any stuff that we are carrying with us. Okay, so strapped. Charlie strapped. Strapped means again he attached or tied. Okay, attached or tied. Strapped. Strapped means tied, or we can say attached. Attached. Okay, so remember he yelled. Who is he here? Charlie. So he yelled. Yelled means shouted. Okay, yelled means shouted. Yelled, shouted. So he yelled, and what did he say? Stop in point safety. The next team will take it to know. Now he is just giving instructions that the next stop is, your stoppage is what? Point safety. You have to stop in point safety, and from there the next team will take it further. Okay. Gunnar nodded as he stepped on to the sled runners. Now, nodded means to give a signal with the help of your head. Like if somebody asks me, do you want to have a cup of coffee? I'll say. So I didn't say anything, but I just gave a signal using my head by maybe raising it like this. Okay, so this is called nodding. Okay, this is called nodding. Nodding giving a signal using your head. Okay, so Gunnar nodded to whatever Charlie instructed him. Okay, as he stepped on to the sled. Onto, beta, when do we use onto? When like somebody is standing here, okay, and the surface on which now he is going to, it is higher or lower. Okay, then we'll use onto. Okay, so he waved to Charlie, then gripped the sled handle. Waved means, okay, to give signal using your hands. Okay, alright, so he just waved to Charlie and then gripped the sled handle. Gripped means like this is the pen here, okay, and if I hold it properly, then I gripped it. Okay, so grip means to hold firmly or tightly. So he just held the sled handles, and just then he said mush. He hollered. Now mush is an interjection, beta. Okay, interjections are the words which we use to express different kind of emotions, right? So mush means when you give command to somebody. Okay, so whom did Gunnar give the commands? Yes, to the dogs. Okay, so he said mush and he hollered. Hollered means shouted. Hollered means shouted. At the sound of Gunnar's voice, Balto leaped forward. Now, the moment Gunnar said, yes dogs, now let's move now. So Balto leaped forward. Leaped means, leap forward means jumped forward. Okay, as soon as he listened to the instructions, he just jumped forward. Okay, now the other dogs immediately followed. Immediately means at once, without any delay. At first, the sled slipped from side to side, but then it glided quickly over the snow. Now, see, it is a vehicle that glides on the snow. Okay. Now, when 13 dogs together, they just start running. Of course, there will be lack of balance initially in the starting, right? So the moment the dogs they started running, the sled, it went side by side. Okay, but then within a few seconds, it glided quickly over the snow. Glided means moved softly, smoothly. Okay, moved smoothly. Moved smoothly. I hope you are noting down the words, beta. Okay, it's very important. Now, Gunnar's mind was racing too. Why? I mean, do you notice here, beta? They have used this word too, T-O-O. Why have they used it here? Who else is racing? Yes, of course the dogs are racing. Okay, the dogs, they had already been racing there, and now that is the reason they have used two with Gunnar's mind. Okay, Gunnar's mind was racing too along with the dogs. Nome was very near the sea, but the sea was frozen solid. Of course, because it was extremely cold, right? And the road from the south was completely blocked by deep drifts of snow. Now, beta, why was Gunnar's mind racing? Why? Because he was in tension. He was worried, and everything was, he had been thinking all the things about how we should do, from which route should we take, all right, and will the journey be safe, will we reach within the prescribed time. Okay, so all these things were, they were in his mind. Okay, so he was just thinking that yes, there is a route from seaside also, but and there is one more road from where they can go, but it was all blocked by, yes, drifts of snow. Now, what is the meaning of drifts? Drift means piles. Okay, piles means a large number of something. Now, suddenly if somebody comes and give me 20-30 books and keeps all the books here, what will I say? Excuse me, it's so heavy, please keep this pile of books somewhere else. Okay, so drifts means piles. Alright, piles or pile, yes. So piles of something, that means a large number of something. Okay, now yes, then Gunnar was thinking, here it is 1925 and not one railroad in this part of the country. Now he was just getting very disappointed. He was feeling very disgusted at that time, because he was thinking, see, it's year 1925 and there is not even a single railroad. Railroad means railway tracks. Okay, so that's why he was just getting upset about this fact. Planes are useless. Useless means waste. Okay, now why? Because beta, to fly a plane, weather conditions must be suitable. Okay, so when there is snowfall, okay, or when it's raining, so in these conditions planes cannot be flown, right? So that was the reason. So he's saying they can't fly in the cold and wind. The only way to carry cargo is with sled dogs. So the only option to carry the medicines to Nome was using the sled. Okay, now turn the page beta, and now we are on page number 66. The falling snow was more like flying ice and it stung the driver's cheeks. He took a gloved hand from the sled handle just long enough to tug his hood more closely about his face. Now, I mean, there was snowfall, right? And when somebody is traveling, okay, and the speed is good, right? So what was happening, right? The snow, it was just hurting the driver's cheeks, okay, as if it simply injured the cheeks of the driver, because the speed was high, right, and the snow was falling. He just took his gloved hand. Of course, he was wearing gloves, so he just tried to tug his hood more closely about his face. Now tug means to pull something, okay. Hood, HOOD. Hood is the head covering, something with which you cover your head, that is called hood. You must have seen hood in your warm jackets, right? You must have seen with the help of which we cover the head to save ourselves from extreme cold conditions, right? So tug means to pull. So he just pulled the hood so that the most part of his face can be covered. All right. Sometimes the ice came to sharp points, okay, points that dug deep into the dog's paws. Okay, now of course snow was falling, right, and it was all accumulated on the ground, right? So there were points where the snow was very sharp, okay, pointed, and it just hurt the dog's paws. Paws is what, like this is the leg of the dog and this part, okay, on which they walk actually. So that is called paws. Now worst of all were the places where the ice was so bumpy that the sled turned over again and again. Now worst of all means the worst situation. I mean, all the bad things happened, but worst out of all, okay, that was when because of the ice, the surface got very uneven, Uneven means where it is not smooth, where it is not flat. Okay, so here comes the word bumpy. Bumpy means uneven, okay, or not flat. So what happens if we are driving our vehicle there and suddenly the surface is uneven? What will happen? Our vehicle will be like this, right? So it just turned again and again, right? So he thought through each step of the journey. So throughout his journey he had been thinking and thinking. Okay, so we'll go along the shore. Now he had been planning all the things in his mind. So finally he thought that they will go along the shore. Shore is what, beta? Seaside or the edges of the sea. Okay, it's flatter than inland. So because the inland means inner part of a country or a city. Okay, inner parts. Okay, so he thought inner parts are very bumpy, so we should go by the shore, right? It would be flatter. We are making good time. Now beta, do you see the phrase here, making good time? What does that mean, making good time? Making good time means, suppose you have to do something, okay, you have to complete a project, right? And you gave yourself a deadline of 24 hours, right? But then when you start working on it and you are very organized, you are doing it brilliantly, that you complete it by within 20 hours. Okay, so what happened here? You completed the things before what was expected, okay, before the expected time. So in such situation we can say to make good time. Okay, when you are given 7 days for something but you complete it in 6 days, that means you made good time. Okay, now by the sound of the sled runners we have reached Topkok. Okay, now by the sound, what do we mean by the sound here? By the sound means by the sound, it means accompanied, accompanied by the sound. Or we can also say, whenever we say by the something, okay, then it means accompanied by. Okay, so here it means by the sound of the sled runners. Now who are sled runners? The dogs. They were just, they were barking, right? So throughout the journey, right? So with accompanied by the sound of their barking, they reached to, can you tell me? Very good. Topkok River. Okay, so they have reached Topkok River now. Alright, so suddenly Balto stopped. Okay, now can you guess what happened to Balto now? Let's find out. The others halted too. Now when Balto stopped, all the 12 other dogs, they also halted. Halted means stopped. Okay, halted means stopped. Stopped. So they also stopped. What's the hold up? Now Gunnar said, may I erase the things beta here? I hope you all have noted down the words, right? Okay. So now Gunnar said, what's the hold up? Now hold up means the delay? I mean, why are you stopping? Why are you wasting time? What is the delay? Okay, Gunnar said as he hurried to Balto's side, and saying this thing, he just quickly went to Balto, right? To just see what is the reason of this halt. Then he saw it. Water was coming up through the ice. Now he just noticed there that there were cracks in the ice, okay, in the ice, and water was coming up. See, water will come from wherever it gets its way, right? So there were cracks, so the water was coming up. This is what Gunnar noticed there. And Balto's paws were wet. It's very dangerous, okay, when you are walking on the ice, on snow, and your hands or your feet are wet. So what is the reason? They had to be dried, or the paws would stick to the ice and soon be torn and bleeding. Now what happens if Balto he walks with wet paws on ice like this? Soon they will be wet. I mean, they are already wet, but soon they will be torn. Torn means, like, if I take this page and I pull this apart. I pull this apart. So that means I am tearing it. Torn is the past form of tear. Okay, to pull something apart. So this was the reason why Balto stopped there. So Gunnar thought, I need to dry up his paws, otherwise they will be torn apart and they will start bleeding. Okay, blood will start coming out of his paws. Alright, so torn means pulled. Something apart. Okay, so let's dry these feet, boy, Gunnar said. So Gunnar very lovingly he said, come on, it's okay, Balto, it's okay, we'll just dry your feet. He guided the dogs to a snowdrift and spent valuable minutes rubbing Balto's paws. Now, snowdrift. Do you remember? I have already told you about this word. Yes? Drift means piles. Piles of something. Okay, so snowdrift means piles of snow. So when Gunnar was trying to dry Balto's paws, so he just directed all the other 12 dogs to rest near a snowdrift, and then he spent valuable time. That means he very lovingly he just rubbed Balto's paws so that he is relieved of the pain and he is ready to move further. Then the team finished crossing the river and climbed the hill on the opposite bank. And then they resumed their journey. Resumed. Do you notice the word I used here? Resumed. Resumed means you were doing some work and then you stopped it for some time due to any reason, and then you started again. Okay, that is called resume. So again they started their journey and then they crossed the river and they climbed the hill which was opposite to the sea. Now in the next video we'll continue with the rest of the lesson.